Right now, a hungry bear is roaming around Gwinnett County. Look at this. Many of you watched it on our Facebook Live, just strolling through these backyards. Since then, we talked to a woman who went door to door to warn all the neighbors as it jumped over that fence. Police there on the scene, and Channel 2 Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Tony Thomas is live in that neighborhood. Tony, you were just feet away from the bear. We see the fence right there that he scaled up and hopped right over.
Yeah, important to note, I had an armed police officer right next to me the whole time. I'm not that brave. That bear did spend a lot of time, Craig, back in the places like this yard. He had tomatoes and munched on some pears like this one. I first spotted him in the neighborhood, the backyard next door here, where he was feasting on apples like this one. He gave residents quite a show and quite a scare. Alondra Martinez took this video from her upstairs window. After several hours, she ventured out, careful not to let her family or dogs become bear food.
They haven't gone outside all morning because we're too scared that the bear is going to jump into our backyard.
When I arrived in the Chattahoochee Landing subdivision just after 11, the bear was resting in a backyard off Berwick Field Drive, eating some fruit. I stood about 50 feet or so from him. He would glance at me and an officer every once in a while, but went about his business. He occasionally jumped over a fence into another yard in search of more food.
This is like a food haven because all three of us have gardens. Yeah.
The bear spent about 30 minutes munching in Ann Lee's garden. Her first thought?
Run, but it's still something to be concerned about.
And then went door to door, warning neighbors. Duluth police tried to keep an eye on the little guy, making sure he didn't become aggressive.
Yeah, he's looking for water.
The bear never did take much interest in any of the people watching him. When I last spotted him, he was jumping over another fence, slipping past police, and heading back towards the busy Peachtree Industrial Boulevard.
Hopefully somebody take him back to where they come from.
Duluth police did call the DNR, but the bear had already moved on by the time there was a response. Residents here are a little bit concerned, knowing that the bear knows there's some good food around here. They worry he or she might soon return. Live in Duluth, Tony Thomas, Channel 2 Action News.
I mean, Tony, the video is incredible. That is a big bear. I bet in all your years have you ever covered a bear story and been that close?
Not been that close, no. We were less than 50 feet from him, and he or she kept staring at us, but never made a move.
If I were you, I'd get away from that fence. All right, see you in a bit.